Good morning, students. Today we will start a new chapter, lines and angles. Before starting this chapter, let us discuss few geometrical concepts. First of all, point. Students, point means a sharp dot made by a pen, pencil or chalk in a plane. It means this point represent the location in a plane. As far as dimensions of a point are concerned, a point has no length, no breadth and no depth. A point can be represented by capital letters of English alphabets. For an example, this point can be represented by capital letter A. This means that is point A. Another point can be represented by capital alphabet B. So it is all about a point. Now we come to next geometrical concept, line. Just see here, students, how we can relate this line with this first basic concept, point. Line is a geometrical figure which is made by joining two points in a plane. For an example, here we have these 2 points x and y in a plane. When we join these 2 points, this geometrical figure which we obtained, that is called a line. A line can be extended in both the direction up to infinity. It means a line has indefinite length. The length of a line can't be measured. In symbolical form, a line can be represented by 2 capital letters of English alphabet, and there is an arrow in both the direction on overhead of these 2 capital letters, or a line can be represented by a small single alphabet like L. This line can be read out as a line XY or line L. Now we come to next geometrical concept, ray. Now students, we are going to relate this ray with this line. Ray is a line which has one end point. It means that is a geometrical figure which can be extended only in one direction. For an example, here we have a ray AB which has one end point A, and that can be extended in this right direction up to infinity. This end point of ray, that is called initial point of ray. Again, the length of this ray is indefinite since that can be extended in one direction. Therefore, the length of a ray can't be measured again. In symbolical form, this ray can be represented like this one. Okay, now we come to next basic geometrical concept, which is line segment. Line segment is a line which has both the endpoints. For an example, here we have a line segment CD which has both the endpoints. That line segment can't be extended in either of the directions. So we can say that a line segment have definite length. The length of a line segment can be measured. In symbolical form, a line segment can be represented like this one. CD is a line segment that can't be extended in either of the direction. Now we come to our fifth basic geometrical concept, angle. Dear students, angle is a geometrical figure which is made by two rays which have the same initial point. Here, for an example, we have here two rays AB and AC, both have the same initial point A, and the geometrical figure which we obtained with the help of these two rays, that is called an angle. This same initial point, that is called vertex of the angle, and these two rays are called arms of the angles. Here students, if we keep one ray stationary, means keep in rest, and if we rotate another ray, then this measurement of this angle keep on changing. If we rotate, for an example, if AB being the stationary ray, and if we rotate this AC in clockwise direction, in this direction, then the measure of angle keep on decreasing, and if we rotate this AC ray in anti-clockwise direction, the measure of this angle keep on increasing. As far as measurement of an angle is concerned, there are two units of measuring an angle. First one is degree and second one is radian. There is an interrelation between these two units of measuring an angle. Pi radian is always equals to 180 degree. Up to this class 9th standard, you used only one unit of measuring an angle, which is degree. Now we come to types of angles. You have already studied type of angles in your previous classes, so quickly we revise them one by one. First of all, acute angle. An angle whose measure is greater than 0 degree and less than 90 degree, that is called as acute angle. Now we come to second one, right angle. An angle whose measure is exactly 90 degree is called right angle. Then third one, obtuse angle. An angle whose measure is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. Come to fourth one, straight angle. An angle whose measure is exactly 180 degree is called a straight angle. Come to fifth one, reflex angle. An angle whose measure is greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. And lastly we have complete angle. An angle whose measure is exactly 360 degree. These are the types of angles, and now students we come to the pairs of angles. And in pairs of angles, first of all we discuss about adjacent angles. Pairs of angles. First of all we discuss adjacent angles. Students, I am trying to make you understand adjacent angles with the help of an example. For an example, here we have an angle AOB. Now, if we draw another ray OC between the arcs of this angle OA and OB, then this whole angle divided into three angles. Let us mark three angles as angle AOB, say that is 1, angle AOC, that be angle 2, and angle BOC, let this be angle 3. Now here, just see you, as we have here three angles, angle 1, 2 and 3. Similarly, here we have three pairs of angles. First one, angle 1 and angle 2. Second one, angle 1 and angle 3. And the last one, angle 2 and angle 3. First of all, we discuss about first pair, angle 1 and angle 2. Just see here. Angle 1 has two arms, OA and O. And angle 2 has again two arms, OA and OC. Just see here, students. In these two angles, this OA arm is common, and non-common or uncommon arms OB and OC both are in the same side of this common arm in downward direction. Now let us discuss about second pair, angle 1 and angle 3. Again, angle 1 has two arms, OA and OB, and angle 3 has two arms, OC and OB. Here, students, we have this OB arm as common arm, and these two non-common arms, OA and OC, they are again in the same direction of this common arm in upward direction. And when we discuss about this third pair of angles, in which we have angle 2 and 3, in angle 2, we have two arms, OA and OC, and in angle 3 we have two arms, OB and OC. Just see here, students, here we have OC arm as common arm, this one, and non-common arms OA and OB both are in opposite direction of common arm. And dear student, such type of pair of angles in which we have one arm common and non-common arms are in opposite direction of common arm, such type of pair of angles is said to be adjacent angles. So here, in fact, we have three pairs of angles, but only one pair of angle, angle 2 and angle 3, in which this OC arm is common and non-common arm OA and OB are in opposite direction of common arm. These are called adjacent angles. In case of adjacent angles, if we rotate any one non-common arm, for an example here, students, if we rotate this OA arm in anti-clockwise direction, in a particular situation, this OB and OA, these two arms becomes opposite rays, like in this way. This be OB, this be OA, and this be OC. And in such a situation, when OA and OB becomes opposite rays, this AOB becomes a straight line, and this pair of adjacent angles becomes linear pair. Sum of these two angles becomes 180 degree. So linear pairs of angles is nothing but that is a special type of pair of adjacent angles. Dear students, now we come to next type of angles, complementary angles. Complementary angles are those angles whose sum is 90 degrees. Such type of two angles whose sum is 90 degree are called complementary angles. If two angles are complementary to each other and we know about any one angle, then we can find out second one after subtracting that angle from 90 degree. Similarly, third type of pair of angles is supplementary angles. Supplementary angles are those angles whose sum is 180 degree. It means if two angles have the sum 180 degree, then those two angles are said to be supplementary angles. And lastly, we come to vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are always obtained when two lines intersect each other. Here just see that we have an example. Two lines AB and CD intersect each other at say point A. Now here we have two pairs of vertically opposite angles. Angle AOC and angle BOD. This is one pair of vertically opposite angles which are equals to each other, and second pair angle BOC and angle AOD both are vertically opposite angles. When two lines intersect each other, we have two pairs of vertically opposite angles which are equals to each other. So students, this is all about today. Thank you very much and have a nice day.